What if the biggest thing holding you back wasn't what you thought it was? I hear all the excuses. The weather's bad, the economy's bad, if I just had more time, if I just had the right people, if I just did this or that or the other. And so it's just excuse after excuse after excuse on why you haven't been able to achieve your goals or why you haven't been able to do this or that or the other. And the thing is it oftentimes narrows down to 3 or 4 things in your life that you're not doing properly, that you're handling incorrectly. And one of those topics we're going to talk about today is effectiveness versus efficiency. So I'm going to go for an example. Pastor Daniel, who I've been working with for a long time, he has a small church, and he was very efficient at his church when I first met him. He told me, well, I went into the church and I set up Sunday morning. I got all the chairs set up, got everything dusted off, clean, ready to go, got the sound system turned on, got the songs picked out for the Sunday morning service, had my message up there ready to go, had the piano player, my wife set up, ready to go, was ready to get in there. We get everybody in there, handed out the bulletins that I had created earlier that week, got the YouTube recording, Facebook Live recording going on, got that all set up, and we were ready to rock and roll on Sunday morning. And I got up and we had a wonderful song service, and we had a wonderful message, and I went back to the back and shook everybody's hands on the way back out and invited them to come back to church next week. And after they all left, I went through and with my family, and I cleaned up the church, and we began to get ready for the next service day. And so if that sounds like you, whether it's in business or at church, either way, it doesn't matter. He was very efficient. He was very efficient. He was getting the things done, he was getting them done quickly, but he was not being effective. So I wrote this down about being effective. You can run an efficient church, business or whatever, that is dead, or you can be effective and build something that lasts. So I showed Pastor Daniel how to become more effective in his ministry. And the key thing that Pastor Daniel focuses on is soul winning and bringing people to Christ. And so that's his primary focus. That's his bread and butter. That's what he loves to do. He loves to preach. He loves to teach. He loves to educate fellow members of his church. And so in order to be more effective, he needed to free up some more time. So he was efficient in going through the motions each and every day. We talked about how he could be more effective in his work. And that effectiveness comes through delegation. And this was something I had to grasp a hold of a long time ago in business, is you've got to let things go. You've got to let other people come in and help you, because you cannot do it all on your own. So I began to talk to him about delegation. Could he find somebody that could lead the singing? Yes. Could he find somebody that could print the church bulletins and set them all up each week? The answer was yes. If he could find somebody to clean the church? And he said yes. And so through delegating, what it does 2 things. It frees up your time, or his time, Pastor Daniel's time in this example, to be able to focus on what is more effective for the ministry or more effective for your business. And so it frees up that time, but it also allows the people around you, especially in a church setting, to be able to feel like they're part of building what you're trying to build and accomplish. They feel like they're being part of the purpose, part of the meaning of whatever it is you're doing, whether it's a business that has a mission or if it's a church that has a mission. People come alongside people, and we love to help each other out. That's the human nature. Humans love to help one another out. And so if you get them involved and get them excited, and then they'll start doing some things and extra things, and they'll start looking around for things to do, and all of a sudden it just comes together as a working unit moving forward, and it becomes a blessing to you and a blessing to the community that you serve in. And so I would encourage you to look at your day today, look at your week this week, look back in your past month, and look and see where you've been efficient and how you can make that more effective, so that you're focusing on your goal, freeing up your time, and being able to be more effective. Remember to keep elevating with CJ.